Hello, today I'm here to tell you about how it's been the journey quitting my job. So, today is actually my first day after quitting my job. So, I actually decided to quit my job and go traveling in March 2022. But because it was such a long process, so there was the bit about saving money. We defined that we wanted a certain budget to feel comfortable with traveling. So I thought, okay, I need to start saving money right now, every single month. And then I need to give 3 months notice at my job. And we wanted to come to Asia in December because that's when the weather is really nice. And that's when in Europe it's very, very cold. And so basically we just planned that. So then it was a case of in August, I would hand in my notice, and then I would work 3 months until December. Leading up to it, I was very nervous and stressed because I just feel like it's such a big thing. You work for years and you have your routine, you know what's expected of you, you have your objectives, you have your goals. And this role is something that I really wanted to do. I was a financial controller, and it was my dream for the last few years to get to this position. And so the decision to basically leave it all behind just to go traveling was quite hard. And yeah, so the logistics was set in place. I knew when I was going to quit. I knew how many months I would have to pack all my stuff and then decide what to do with my flat. Basically ended up for deciding to put it for rent, but that still meant I had to pack all my stuff, get rid of a lot of it. I sold some, I just gave to some friends, gave to some donations, and yeah. But so the whole process was, I'll say, a little bit stressful. I may have underestimated how long it would take to kind of pack everything and get rid of all the stuff. Meanwhile, I was also working towards my British citizenship because I lived in the UK for 12 years, so I thought, okay, if not now, when? So I decided to do that, and then that was it. I got my citizenship. I ended up having a Zoom ceremony because they didn't have the face-to-face ceremony available until January, and we wanted to leave in December. So I just ended up doing it remotely. And that was the first step. And then the second step was packing. Now that I didn't really like it that much. But I think the reason why I didn't like it is because I find it hard just letting go of things. And I guess confronting the fact that I have so much stuff that I don't really need, thinking about the waste in terms of time, mainly money, I guess, money and just waste of resources overall. It was quite hard to deal with. The uncertainty of the future, like going from, having your own routine, knowing what to expect, and suddenly moving that to just, I don't know what's gonna happen, I don't know what I want to work in the future, I don't know what I want to do. I just knew that I needed the break, and I knew that traveling around the world was a dream of mine for the last few years. And I think that you just have to do it because it never feels like it's the right time. If you keep waiting for the right time, it may never arrive. What I didn't know is that, I don't have kids, so why not just go now? Yeah, because I guess, society tells you need a good job and you need to keep moving up, and then you buy a house, you stay there, have kids, and that's it. But I felt a little bit trapped in the sense that work was consuming so much energy, and then I'd get home, I would go to the gym, eat, watch Netflix, and that was it. And I felt that that wasn't a fulfilling life. I didn't feel like I was living my best life. And so basically this time to travel is also some time to kind of discover what I like doing and what my passions are, dedicate myself to them. I hope that once I'm in a calmer state of mind, I'll be more comfortable knowing exactly what I want to do. So I would say the hardest thing is probably dealing with uncertainty, as well as saying goodbye as well. I didn't expect that to be that hard, but basically saying goodbye to friends and colleagues at work, it was really hard because, I've worked there for almost 5 years. I built up these relationships, especially with my team, and then saying goodbye just feels so sad. And yeah, 5 years may not sound like a lot, but I feel like they were very intense 5 years, and the work, after all, was a big part of me, which in reality I don't think it should be. I think maybe I attached myself too much to that identity of Monica the worker, and that's why also traveling will be a way to discover who is the non-worker Monica. So I'm looking forward to what will come. And yeah, I guess in terms of the more maybe practical challenges that I think people will have, it's probably how to save up to get to a position where you can afford to do so, isn't it? So what I did was, I thought, okay, how much money would I need per month to live comfortably, as well as having a small emergency fund, because if at any point I stop working and you want to go back, it may take some time to find a new job, so I think it's important to have that. And then basically I just decided that we decided together actually that £10,000 just for traveling would be good. And I thought, okay, how much do I need to how much do I need to save up each month to do it? And I think that sometimes people struggle to save money, but I find that if you have a goal in mind, it makes it a lot easier. Because, for example, if you know you have a certain amount that you want to save up per month, and you know what it's for, you have your goal, then it's a lot easier to say no to, okay, maybe I don't want to go out for dinner 3 times a week. Maybe once a week is enough. Maybe I don't want to attend all the activities. I'm not saying to not attend activities, you definitely should, and social life is so important. But basically just finding the balance and just spending your money in things that you really love and care about, and deciding that proactively rather than leaving it for the moment, because otherwise you just may end up spending your whole pay slip in each month. So yeah, I think that's so important. And that really helped me, and I know that I spent a lot less in the last few months because I knew I had something really good to look forward to. And also I feel that, depending on the destination you choose, but for example in Southeast Asia, things are a lot cheaper than in London. And so, not going out for a meal on a Saturday in London may be enough money to live out here for a full day. And by that I mean hotel, meals, and a little bit of entertaining. So I find that having that goal can be really helpful. And so if this is something you would like to do, just take a break for a few months, I'll definitely recommend it. And you can do a saving up plan and then just stick with it. And lots of companies as well offer the opportunity to do a sabbatical period. So if that's something you're worried about, maybe not having, not knowing kind of what to do next, if you're happy in your job and you like to do that, then I think for sure it'd be worth a discussion, because sometimes you just assume it's not possible without even trying. So definitely do try it, and I highly recommend it. Now today is my first day of unemployment. It feels very strange. Actually, it's 8:30 a.m. now in the UK, so in half an hour I'll start work. And yeah, it feels strange. It feels strange, but it feels liberating. And I'm sure that, as time goes by, I'll just feel, comfortable with the situation. And I think that even if you feel the fear and the anxiety, it's important to think about the long-term plan and just stick with it. And so it's definitely worth all the stress and planning and everything I had to give up to be here. So yeah, Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions.
I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please share it with family and friends. I have many tips on how to save money, plan a trip, pack your bags, and much more. So if there's enough interest in those topics, I'll release more videos about it. And I'll also release a spreadsheet where you can see all the expenses I've been tracking during my trip. And there you can see how much I spend on accommodation, transportation, food, tours, and more. Also, I worked remotely for the past month whilst traveling through Vietnam and Thailand. So if you want to know how it is to be a digital nomad in Southeast Asia, I can explain it in more detail in a future video. Working remotely was a lot of fun. If you want to know more, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them on another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.